Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Hey, today I decided to have a high tea in honor of our mothers for Mother's Day. And it was delicious. So stay tuned to see what it was all like. Welcome to see what we're going to have fun with our high tea. And stay to the end completely because my husband and my son came in and joined us for a little high tea at the end. They weren't part of our high tea itself, but they came in and joined later with it. And I gave a small little tidbit of what they were like. So stay at the end and see what they were like. A man's take on high tea. An American man's take on high tea anyway. It was kind of humorous. I missed the funniest things they were doing, of course, but at least they obliged me with a couple of funny things. Well, stay tuned to see it at the end. Okay, what I'm going to do is show you our table before we sit down and have high tea. Okay, I have some jelly and some real butter. And in the middle, we have our teapot of hot water. We have our cream, and we have our little sugar bowl. And then I showed you how I made all of the goodies over there. And then we have all these assortment of teas. And then our place settings. And I really want to show you our place settings here. Let me move the chairs and get up. Look at that plate. Isn't that gorgeous? I found a set of 4 at the thrift store, and they were $2.99, and I just don't remember if I got them half price or not. I'm hoping I did, but $2.99 for that amazing little English cottage plate. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And of course the tea set my sister-in-law gave me for Christmas. Let's show you this pretty little plate. Oops, I'm sorry. I still have the phone on the stand and it makes it harder to maneuver. Isn't that just beautiful? Just such a lovely little English cottage look. And then we actually have tea that really is from England. So I'm just showing you how we have the table set. And we will have a good time here in a moment. And we'll show you how we're going to do it. High tea, you usually have a little type of dessert. And so I have to be gluten-free, so most things that the English would use in their high tea, I can't have because of the flour. But I went into my local grocery store, I don't know why that was on there, but I found this Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free brownie bites. And I thought what I would do is dip some strawberries in chocolate and just sit them on top. Stay tuned, I'll show you how that works. Okay, I have melted some chocolate chips, and the chocolate chips I'm using are these Lily's dark chocolate baking chips. And they're very lightly sweetened with like stevia or something like that. And so they're a little on the dark bitter side, but we like that, so that's what we're doing. So I just thought all I'm going to do is just dip in the strawberry and the chocolate and then just place it on top. Just that simple. There we go. Come up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. And I think they are so simple and so pretty and easy. I made it so we can have 3 each. I think they're yummy. And aren't those pretty? Wow, those look really nice. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is make the little high tea sandwiches. And what I did was bought the Philadelphia cream cheese that is chive and onion. And I opened a can of chicken breast, just canned like this. And in here I have it. And then what I'm going to use is part of this. I'll show you here in just a moment. Okay, what I used was about a half a container and a half of the chicken. And that is actually plenty. And the flavor in that in itself is really good. But I want to do a little bit of a traditional flavor that they do for high tea. And that is a little tiny bit of dill. I'm not going to get carried away with dill. Now what a lot of them do is a dill cucumber sandwich. But my sister-in-law is allergic to cucumbers. So I'm substituting it as a tuna, but you can do whatever you want. And this I just thought would just add a little extra to it. I'll show you when I get to making the sandwich what else we're gonna do. Okay, next to what I just showed you I made, I have a half of avocado, and then I bought some sprouts. And these ones are tangy clover and broccoli sprouts. And the bread I'm using is Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free. This bread is very delicious. And at my local store, it's $5 a loaf, $4.99. It used to be more than that, so they've come down in their price at least. And this is what it is. I just got the 7 grain. This bread really is delicious, and it doesn't make me miss bread anymore. Okay, all I actually did was took my half of avocado and I sliced it, just through the peel and all, and then when I'm going to use it I just peel it off just like that, and then I'm going to lay it on, peeling off of it. Now these are a little hard still. You know, you either get avocados that feels like at the store, they're either too mushy or they're still bricks. This one was the softest one they had today, and it's not horrible. I've seen worse. So instead of cucumber, I decided to use avocado. Doesn't that look delicious so far? Okay, and to that, I just simply put some of the sprouts on it. Doesn't that look delicious? And then the other thing I'm going to do is add just a little bit of spinach. Okay, now it's just a little bit of spinach, and then on top of that I'm going to add my other piece of bread, and I'm just going to press it down so it's nice and thick like that, and down into it. See how nice that looks? Okay, next what I did was I cut off the crust, because that's traditional. Don't know why, unless it's just because the queen doesn't like crust. But that's the traditional way to serve them. So let me cut this, and I'll cut it in fourths. Okay, it's now cut in fourths. So I will be taking these off, and I'm going to eat that. I'm not going to waste the crust, but I may do that after a while. But there's how it looks, and I will show you later how it's going to look on our table. Okay, I'm showing you these is it Kim and Jake's gluten-free buns. I'm going to be using these in place of scones because I have to be gluten-free. And they are a bun, but they're just a nice bread-like texture. And what you put on scones is butter and jam. So I suspect that they will work out very, very well. So that's what that is. And then here's another quick look at the brands. Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free brownie bites. Now it says a price tag of $6.99 there, but actually it was $4.99 I think on that, or maybe it was the bread that was. And this is also the Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free 100% whole grain 7 grain bread, and this one actually was the $4.99. I know that for sure. So anyway, these are all really delicious. So you'll see. Well, we are now going to try to enjoy this amazing high tea. We have our sandwiches and our scones and our lovely little desserts up here. So hopefully we will really have fun with this and enjoy it. So
It looks lovely.
it does, doesn't it? Well, we decided to do a high tea in honor of our mothers. Her mother and my mother have both passed away. And oh, how I would love to have a high tea with my mother. Yeah, it would be nice. But, so they're in spirit with us. This is in honor of them. Now, also, our mother-in-law is still with us. Very grateful for that. Yeah. But because of COVID-19 and distancing, and she does have lung issues, we are trying to stay with the spacing. So we're this is also in honor of her. We have her here in spirit as well. We just decided that we needed to just maintain that. We do see her occasionally a little bit here and there, but
usually through the car window.
Right, it is. Yeah. So we are just decided this is just a little maintenance. That is a good word.
Yeah, well, worked great for me.
We're doing great here. You're in spirit. So it's a happy Mother's Day. And you hear birds? I do too. As I've been cleaning up, I found something I've had for years. Didn't even know I had it or didn't remember having it. Put batteries in it and it still worked. It's sound activated. It's all the birds. What not? Why not? England has the most amazing birds.
They do.
Oh, boy, are they amazing. So, we are going to begin. And I do believe we should start with the tea so that it may steep. So,
Napkin.
Well, we should have the napkin first.
Yes.
Correct. Before we start anything, we're novice at this. Okay, this is our first time of actually having a high tea. When we went to England, we meant to have a high tea, and we never had a chance to. So I've watched a few videos, but I don't know if we're doing it correctly at all, but we're trying to give it a try. So we have our napkins in our lap, and we're going to start our high tea. So I put my glasses on so I can see it, but we have an assortment of teas here.
Yes.
And we have a Dorset tea that is actually from England. When we went to England, we met this most wonderful man, Simon, love you. Anyway, he came out and visited us, him and his wife, and brought us some amazing Dorset tea. And these are from England itself. And then we have also here the Royal Celebration collection of teas here. And then you have some over there.
This one is the English tea selection. And then this one says Rishi or Rishai, and it's a turmeric ginger tea.
And then from our local Renaissance Festival, we have a tea company. Oh, they are amazing. They're called Royal Tea. And they're who I get my Cannonball rub from that you've seen me use.
Mm-hmm.
They have these wonderful teas. And then we have one here that's called Walkabout. This one's wonderful for at the Renaissance Festival.
Mm-hmm.
It starts helping the sore, tired, achy feet. But it tastes amazing. And what do you have over there?
I have Winter Storm, and that has orange peel, almonds, apple, cloves, cinnamon, rose petals, and that one sounds delicious. And then this one, oh, I'm going to do this one. It says chocolate raspberry chai.
I'm going to do that one too. I love it.
Sounds yummy.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So, would you like to pour?
Well, you need to get your tea. And you need to get my tea.
Good point.
And we have these wonderful things. She's got one. Yes. I got one from the Renaissance Festival like that, and I don't know what I did with it. I totally lost it. And so I'm getting to use this trusty old one here like this, you know.
Here's the lid.
Okay, and it is really, I just dip it in, if I can get it into there, and just kind of scoop into the thing here. And then I'm going to work on getting it in it. Maybe I'm not very graceful at this. And this is not proper, I don't think, approved, high tea approved here.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, but this is what I have, and this is what we have, so this sounds absolutely amazing. And so we'll put the lid back on this. So this is where we're probably messing up with the tea here. But
Simon, you're allowed to laugh at us.
Ooh, this is hot.
Good. That's what it's supposed to be.
And gonna pour our tea.
That's good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I know in England, they do put their tea bags or their tea in like this and then pour the hot water over it. In America, when you go into a restaurant, you tend to get a tea bag and they bring you the hot water and then you got to try to dunk your tea bag in first. So this is really this, at least we did that part properly. Put this in and then poured the tea over it.
We try.
So that's what the fun thing is here. So while this is steeping, we then can begin our little meals. Now I showed you how we made our little sandwiches here. So now as a hostess, I am to pass these.
Thank you very much.
And you may take what you would like.
I'm going to move my plate.
Yeah, that one's good for your condiment afterwards or for your bread and your butter. I will do that while I am waiting myself.
Thank you.
And thank you. These little sandwiches look so delicious.
It's not wanting to stay together, but
Well,
it looks lovely.
That answer. Do you have a fond story to tell about your mother?
Yes, I do. My mother loved funny comedy movies. She just had a great time watching them, and we all just loved to watch her laugh because she enjoyed them so much. She just giggled, and it was always just not a rip-roaring laugh. It was always a giggle, and it was fun to watch her watch movies.
That is funny. My mother was just a gentle, sweet, shy woman. She didn't do a lot of humorous things that I remember. Her name was Lillian, and your mother's name was
Madge.
And I remember when I was dating my husband now, but at the time we were just dating, and we temporarily broke up, and I was so devastated and brokenhearted. And my mother just grabbed me and hugged me and held me tight. Oh, how I would love to have that hug again, I'll tell you this. But
Definitely something we all miss.
Yeah, I do.
From our mother.
I miss that very much. But it's a great fond memory. And this is for Mother's Day, in honor of Mother's Day.
Yes.
And so to remember our wonderful memories. So let's taste our little sandwiches here. Oh, they look amazing.
They do.
Oh my. That is good. I'm probably not doing proper manners. I do know that they say you're supposed to be able to eat the sandwiches with your fingers. I don't know if you're supposed to be finger licking good or not.
Probably not. Mine doesn't want to stay together, but that's okay. It'll still taste delicious.
Mine didn't either. Oh, this is yummy. Wow. That recipe's a keeper. I will do this just for a sandwich, just to have for lunch. That is amazing. And this bread is amazing.
It's delicious.
You wouldn't know it was gluten-free. This is good. Oh, elbows off the table, Julie.
That was another one of my mother's favorite little poems, she would say. Julie, Julie, strong and able, kick those elbows off that table.
Yeah, I gotta keep my elbows off the table. Proper tea, no elbows on the table.
That's right.
Simon, laugh. And please let us know what you think was the funniest.
Yes. I'm going to add some sugar and cream to my tea.
That'll be nice.
It's a little thick already.
Well, it's kind of like double cream.
Yes.
Or clotted cream. Maybe. Okay, I think that's probably strong enough. Also for me. So we have another separate little dish over here. Just to set our tea bag things on.
Yes.
And I don't know if you know anything about turbinado sugar or sugar in the raw. It's the sugar that has not been processed. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's kind of this brownish color. it's not been bleached out. It's much better for you. It still has some of the minerals that you need. So that's...
Oh, this is delicious.
Is it? Well,
Oh,
good.
it is.
So put that there.
Mhm.
Let's see. I want some of the cream as well. And ooh, it is thick.
It tastes delicious.
That looks wonderful. I have no idea if I'm doing proper etiquette. I may be totally out there.
Let's just say we won't be invited to the White House.
Well, probably not. Or maybe not the Queen's tea either.
Probably, definitely not the Queen's tea.
And then I do know you don't want to clank. You want to gently rock it back and forth until you get it mixed up. And it is...
They must have hours and hours and hours to have tea in.
Most of us probably don't, you know. But
Probably not.
now I'm going to take a taste of my wonderful tea.
Yummy, yummy.
Oh, that is divine. Oh my goodness, is that amazing. Okay, let's do our scone. You want to share one or do you want your whole one?
I don't care. If you'd like to share one, I'd be fine with that.
All right, let's go ahead and share one. I think for the sake of our time right now, because we don't need to bore them having us watch us do all of it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Excuse me. Cut it in
Please
half.
do. And while you're cutting, I'll grab some butter on my plate.
Okay. And that would work. Well, if I can get this to cut straight. Now, it is just a bun, and it is kind of tough. It's not delicate like a scone would be. A scone is much more of a flaky pastry type of thing, where this isn't. But good luck here finding a scone that is gluten-free. And would you care for
I
a...
would love one, thank you. Oh, it looks like I lost part of it.
Here, take.
Thank you.
Whoops. Excuse me. So now I will also do the same thing. I hope we're not boring you with watching us take high tea. I mean, this is actually new for both of us.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a high tea, and we were disappointed when we were in England and we didn't get to do a high tea.
It was sad.
We just never found one at the right moment where we could do it. And
That's amazing jam.
oh, it is my homemade jam. It's really a very simple jam. I just crushed up raspberries and I added some, actually I think I used stevia or Trevia, and I lightly sweetened it because it's already quite sweet. And then I did add a little of the gelatin, but this is all a raw one. I just crushed and pureed it up. And I added it to it and lightly sweetened. And then the only cooking it did was when I jarred it, I put them in the jar and then closed the lid up on them, and then I set them down in to boil to suction the lid on tight because I was canning it. So it cooked in the sense of boiling the jar so it would seal. Other than that, that's all I had done.
And it's very good.
And it's got a hint of vanilla in it. And you can taste the vanilla. Oh, that is this. Oh, I gotta remember, these would be good for Thanksgiving for the dinner rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Because since I'm gluten-free and everything, and my husband's now coming home from work, and we're doing our high tea right now.
High tea.
High tea, yes.
I want high tea with my high tea.
And so, anyway,
This is delicious.
I am enjoying this very much. Oh, that is good. You know, it actually would make a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich too. I have another story to tell about my mother. I know it's funny. It is funny and yet tragically sad at the same time. My mother, she died of Alzheimer's, which that was very difficult to go through that. And she was more at the kind of the beginning stages of it, where she was still quite confused a lot, but not as bad as she actually got later on. And she was living with us. And one day she came out of her room and she was just all dressed up and had her hair done and her makeup on. And my father at this point had already passed away. And I looked at her and I said, "Mom, why are you all dressed up?" And she goes, "Well, you just never know when we're going to meet up with a man."
That's so cute. I could just hear her saying that.
It's hilarious.
That's so cute.
My mom was just, that was an adorable little moment with my mother. I just loved it. It was so funny. She cracked me up with that, that's for sure.
I'm sure.
Oh, do you have another story of any kind of for yours?
Well, nothing that I can think of off the top of my head.
My mother's been gone for 11 years now.
Mom passed away in January of 12.
So it's been, what, 8 years? Something like that? 8. It's been a while. And it's to search our memory banks of these fond memories.
Well, when Fred passed away, she was there. Well, she didn't come live with or stay with us, but I went back to visit her.
Okay.
And she was just wonderful during that time. Of course, my dad had passed away, so she understood.
And her husband was my husband's brother. That is so delicious. I'm glad we shared it at the moment. Because I'm actually almost ready for the dessert, just so that they can see us eating this divine. We're not going to let you watch us eat all of it. We're giving you the sample. Then when we hang up from the video here, we're going to finish eating our dinner. Or our hearty lunch, I should say. I think I'll have another sip of my water. I mean water, my tea. That is so good.
It is good. It's delicious.
It really is. That is an amazing flavored tea. And we didn't even use the actual English tea. We used the one from the Renaissance Festival. But
But that's okay. It tastes delicious.
Well,
and
these
those
ones-
do too.
and these do too. These ones are bags. They're bags actually that we would have had to dump. For this one, we got to do it a little more the English way. Well, I'm going to go ahead and grab a dessert.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go ahead and grab one with the strawberries.
That does sound delicious.
I guess we shouldn't have, I probably should have still passed it to you. Sorry. We're still learning.
Our etiquette lacks.
Americans do lack in etiquette.
A lot of times, yeah.
I think we really do. We don't have that proper English tea or proper moments in America anymore. We used to. But I feel like we've lost that.
Yeah, I think somewhere around the 50s, at the end of the 50s, it kind of went down down the drain.
Down the drain, yeah. People just kind of didn't care. And no one dresses up anymore. I mean, I'm not even really that dressed up, you know? And
I'm not either. I just got work clothes on.
I had a jacket on, a little white jacket over this earlier, but I just got so hot in it because we're finally getting warm weather around here, like consistently now. It was just too warm. Oh, let's see how this tastes.
Very good.
Oh, you would not know this was gluten-free.
No, it's very moist and chewy's not the right word. It's like a nice soft brownie.
And this, by the way, was excellent. Also, you would not know this was gluten-free. And the bread and all, I mean, that is wonderful. And then this strawberry.
What was it that did?
Chocolate.
Oh, yum.
I did the dark chocolate. This is wonderful. Wow. That is absolutely. I'm going to tell you how much I really enjoyed doing this. This was so much fun. And like I said, we're going to continue it after we shut off the camera. But I'm not going to bore you with too much more of watching us eat. Probably made you hungry for all I know.
Well, I'm sure you have a grocery store nearby.
Right, that's true. I would encourage you to do a meal like this with your mother. If your mother's not living with you and you are concerned about the coronavirus, of course, you want to keep your social distancing. This might not be something to do right now. But maybe once all the restrictions are lifted, you can say, Mother, this is in honor of Mother's Day, or maybe her birthday, or whatever. But when the restrictions lift, then you can create this for her and say, I couldn't do it for you on Mother's Day, I don't think, but I can do it for you now. So happy belated Mother's Day or birthday or whatever as a wonderful meal. And you can create whatever sandwiches you want, whatever's your favorite, her favorite, and just sit down and enjoy an amazing high tea.
Reminisce over the good times.
And take your time to reminisce, because someday it could be like this, where we're having to reminisce over our memories. And it would have been nice to have had this with our mothers, where we could have reminisced during the time. I mean, it's like, my daughter's working all the time. I would love to have her join
my
us.
daughter's working a lot too.
And so to have them join us, I don't know that they could have because of timing. And right now, because of coronavirus, we also probably shouldn't either, because we're trying to be good and do the social distancing and being thoughtful and kind of other people as well. I go out when I need to get my shopping done. And while I'm there, like at Walmart, I'm getting my groceries, but it's like, while I am there, I am going to go ahead and look around for crafting stuff, like I showed you how I did in the backyard. I'm already there, so I don't think it's going to hurt to go to another section of the same store. But I don't try to go out and do separate shopping things. Right now, I'm still being good with all of that. So, but this made being home amazing.
Yeah, made it a lot.
Even if you don't have your mother, do it anyway. Get some stuff at the store, come home, and just have a little high tea. Because this is actually fun. And we're just sitting at home here enjoying a moment instead of being fearful and afraid or anything. We're actually enjoying our moment here.
Yes.
This was great. This was fun. And talk about good. I mean, the English are onto something here, I'll tell you.
They are. Simon, we love it.
Thank you, Simon, for giving us a critique. I know we're bringing you up a lot. Not to embarrass you, Simon, but you're an awesome man. And your wife, she's just a jewel.
Yes, Carol's wonderful.
Carol is absolutely amazing.
And she just had a birthday.
Yes, she did. So happy birthday to you also.
Yes, happy birthday, Carol.
Now we're quite separated there. We have a whole the big pond separating us.
Oh yes, the big pond. Anytime you want to cross it again.
We're glad to have you. We can make our own high tea again.
Yes.
Anyway, I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much for spending this time with us and watching us eat and stumble over everything. Learning what is proper etiquette, and what's not. I don't think I showed you this.
That's right.
Yeah, this is it's like a straw.
I must have moved mine.
But it's a straighter straw. So it's not good for a high tea. I don't think this would be proper.
Yeah, slurping your tea through a straw, not separate.
But it might be good for other applications, where you can just brew your tea, pour it in something, and then you can just sit there and drink it through, and it strains it for you. Got this from the Renaissance Festival also. This is really pretty neat, especially up there where you're not trying to do proper etiquette.
True.
You can make yourself a bottle of some kind of the tea, and then you can just sip it. And it's amazing for that. And the bird is saying goodbye also.
It is.
So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and glad you could join us.
It's been fun.
It really has. This is fun. So you all take care, and God bless. And, well, what do you say? Happy high tea. Happy Mother's Day. And, well, it is still part of decorating, because I put flowers on the table and I set everything up as a tablescape as well. So, you all take care. God bless and happy high tea. And you all take care now. And we'll see you soon. We decided to have my husband and my son join us for our high tea. And we are being humorous, right?
But we're way too high for tea right now. We're in Colorado, you know.
Let's see you drink your tea. Snooty here.
Colorado, we have iced tea. We don't have hot tea. So
Well, we do have hot tea.
for here being whole, here in Colorado, it's a whole different meaning to high tea. That means you stop by the dispensary and get some stuff, and you smoke it on the way home, and then you get high and have a glass of iced tea.
Or you can make yourself some tea out of said THC.
THC tea.
Yeah, there you go.
We can have some THC high tea.
Oh my. This is my husband and son's take on high tea. They're funny.